The big showdown, round two, baby. It's time to gear up for another epic battle in the political arena. America, get ready for another election roller coaster. The stakes are higher, the campaigns are louder, and the drama is just getting started. It's Trump versus Harris in 2024, and trust me, this ain't no rerun. This is a brand new chapter in American politics, with fresh challenges and new dynamics. We're talking about the future of the free world, folks. The decisions made in this election will ripple across the globe, affecting international relations, economic policies, and social issues. Okay, maybe that's a bit dramatic, but it's definitely about who gets to live in the White House rent-free for the next 4 years. And let's be honest, that's a pretty sweet deal. This election is a big deal. It's not just about red versus blue, it's about the direction our country will take for the foreseeable future. It's a clash of styles, a battle of ideas, and honestly, it's giving everyone a serious case of political whiplash. The debates are intense, the rallies are electrifying, and the stakes couldn't be higher. On one side, you have the Donald, back with his tweets blazing and rallies roaring. His supporters are as passionate as ever, and he's ready to shake things up once again. On the other, Kamala Harris, ready to make history as the first woman president. Her campaign is focused on unity, progress, and breaking new ground. Buckle up, America, because it's going to be a wild ride. The election night will be filled with suspense, and every vote will count. And hey, remember, no matter who wins, we all lose. When it comes to those awkward Thanksgiving dinners with your politically charged relatives, the debates at the dinner table might be even more heated than the ones on TV. But hey, at least we'll have plenty to talk about, right? From policy changes to campaign gaffes, there will be no shortage of conversation starters. So, grab your popcorn, stay informed, and let's see how this political drama unfolds. The Donald, you're fired. Or are you? Let's be honest, Donald Trump is a force of nature. The man defies political gravity. He tweets like a teenager, speaks his mind, sometimes too much zia, and has a knack for grabbing headlines. Love him or hate him, you can't ignore him. Trump's strengths: he's a master communicator. He knows how to connect with his base, tapping into their anxieties and aspirations. Plus, the economy was doing pretty well pre-pandemic, and his supporters will remind you of that. But let's not forget the weaknesses. His impulsive nature and controversial statements often land him in hot water, and let's just say his handling of the pandemic was, let's just say it divided opinion. The question is, can he recreate the magic of 2016, or will America say you're fired for the second time? Kamala, from prosecutor to president, it's a journey that has captured the imagination of many. Kamala Harris, the name alone makes history. A trailblazer in every sense of the word. The first female vice president, the daughter of immigrants, a symbol of America's changing demographics. Her story is one of resilience and determination. She's breaking barriers left and right, and she's just getting started. Her journey from a prosecutor to the Senate, and now the vice presidency, is nothing short of remarkable. Harris's strengths: she's a seasoned politician, a former prosecutor, and a sharp debater. Her legal background gives her a unique perspective on justice and policy. She's known for her intelligence, her calm demeanor, and her ability to connect with diverse audiences. Whether it's a town hall meeting or a Senate hearing, she commands the room. Plus, let's not forget that woman card. It might just be the ace up her sleeve in this election. In a time when gender equality is at the forefront, her candidacy is more relevant than ever. But of course, every candidate has their weaknesses. Harris is no exception. Critics argue that she's too cautious, too calculated. They question whether she can take bold stances when needed. They say she lacks the charisma and the clear vision to inspire voters. In a political landscape that often values personality over policy, this could be a significant hurdle. Can she overcome these challenges and become the first female president of the United States? It's a question that looms large as the election approaches. The answer, my friends, lies in the hands of the American voters. Their decision will shape the future of the nation and determine if Kamala Harris will make history once again. Policy, face-off, what do they actually stand for? Okay, let's get down to brass tacks. What do these two actually believe in? Trump, with his America First agenda, promises to bring back jobs, secure the border, and put America back on top of the world. Again, think lower taxes, less regulation, and a whole lot of tough talk on trade and immigration. Harris, on the other hand, is pushing for a more progressive agenda. Healthcare for all, tackling climate change and addressing racial injustice are high on her list. She's all about social justice, equality, and, as they say, building back better. So, there you have it. Two candidates, two very different visions for America's future. It's up to you, dear voters, to decide which path you want the country to take. Section 5. America's mood swings, public perception and all that jazz. Let's be real, America's political mood is like the weather in Chicago. Unpredictable and prone to sudden shifts. One moment, the sun is shining and everything seems hopeful and bright. The next, dark clouds roll in and a storm of discontent brews on the horizon. It's a constant ebb and flow, a dance of extremes that keeps everyone on their toes. One minute it's sunny with optimism, the next it's a blizzard of outrage. You can almost feel the temperature drop as the winds of change blow through the nation, stirring up emotions and sparking debates. It's a roller coaster ride of highs and lows, where the only constant is change itself. Trump's approval ratings have been, well, let's just say they've had their ups and downs, mostly downs if we're being honest. His time in office was marked by a series of controversies and polarizing decisions that left the nation divided. Some hailed him as a hero, while others saw him as a villain. His approval ratings reflected this divide, swinging wildly from one extreme to the other. But hey, he's always been a polarizing figure. From the moment he announced his candidacy, he stirred up strong emotions on both sides of the political spectrum. His supporters saw him as a breath of fresh air, someone who wasn't afraid to speak his mind and shake things up. His detractors, on the other hand, viewed him as a threat to democracy and everything it stands for. People either love him or love to hate him. There's no middle ground when it comes to Trump. He's a figure who inspires passion, whether it's in support or opposition. This polarization has only intensified over time, with each new controversy adding fuel to the fire. There's not a lot of middle ground there. The nation is split, with each side firmly entrenched in their beliefs. This division is reflected in the heated debates that take place in homes, workplaces, and online forums across the country. It's a battle of ideologies, with no clear winner in sight. Harris, on the other hand, is still a bit of an unknown quantity to some. As the first female vice president, she's broken new ground and made history. But her journey is far from over. She's still working to define her legacy and win over the hearts and minds of the American people. She's got the whole first female president thing going for her. But can she win over enough hearts and minds to secure the win? Only time will tell. Her path to the presidency is fraught with challenges, but also filled with opportunities. She has the potential to inspire a new generation of leaders and bring about meaningful change. But one thing's for sure, public perception is fickle. It can change in an instant, swayed by the latest news cycle or social media trend. Politicians must navigate this ever-shifting landscape, constantly adapting to stay relevant and in tune with the public's mood. A scandal here, a gaffe there, and the whole game could change in an instant. In the world of politics, nothing is set in stone. It's a high-stakes game where the rules are always changing and the outcome is never certain. The only thing you can count on is that things will never stay the same for long. Section 6, Battleground States, where the real fight goes down. All right, folks, let's talk swing states. You know, those states that can't seem to make up their minds and always keep us on the edge of our seats until the very last minute. We're talking Pennsylvania, Florida, Michigan, Wisconsin, the usual suspects. These states are going to be absolutely crucial in this election. Both campaigns will be pouring resources and energy into winning them over. Expect to see a lot of campaign stops, a lot of targeted ads, and a whole lot of handshaking and baby kissing. It's going to be a fight to the finish, folks. And remember, every vote counts. So, if you live in one of these swing states, get ready to be bombarded with political propaganda. And whatever you do, don't answer your phone for the next few weeks. Section 7, October Surprises. Because you know it's coming. October surprises, those unexpected events that pop up in the final weeks of an election and have the potential to completely upend the race. A scandal, a gaffe, a surprise endorsement, anything is possible. Remember 2016, the Access Hollywood tape? Yeah, that was a doozy. And let's not forget the whole email thing with Hillary Clinton. October surprises can make or break a campaign. So what surprises does 2024 have in store for us? Who knows? But one thing's for sure, it's going to be interesting. Grab your popcorn, folks, because this is about to get good. Section 8, the future of America, crystal ball not included. Look, I'm a comedian, not a fortune teller. I can't tell you who's going to win this thing, but I can tell you this. The stakes are high. This election isn't just about who gets to live in the White House. It's about the direction of our country. It's about healthcare, climate change, the economy, social justice. That's all the big issues that matter. It's about what kind of America we want to leave for our children and grandchildren. So pay attention, folks. Do your research. And most importantly, vote, because your vote is your voice. Section 9. So who's going to win? Don't ask me. If I had $1 for every time someone asked me who's going to win this election, I'd still be doing this show, but I'd have a much nicer dressing room. The truth is, nobody knows. The polls are all over the place. The pundits are making predictions based on, well, who knows what. And social media is a dumpster fire of misinformation and partisan bickering. So, my advice, tune out the noise. Don't get caught up in the hype. And for goodness sake, don't base your vote on what some random guy on Twitter tells you. Section 10. Remember, your vote is your voice. Look, I get it. Politics can be exhausting, it's messy, it's complicated, and it often feels like nothing ever changes. But it's also important. It matters, because at the end of the day, it's about our future. So please, America, don't sit this one out. Register to vote, get informed, and make your voice heard. Because in a democracy, your vote is your power. Use it wisely.